Okay, one more time.
All right, here we go.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Colin Shue, and I'm one of the co-hosts of the podcast that you're about to watch right now. If you've been a viewer for the past few episodes, you would have met our new friend, CD Joe Biden. Now, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news, and I don't know if this Chia-Fed is single-handedly responsible for Joe Biden sending $3.8 billion to Israel to protect itself, which is leading to tons of kids being bombed in Gaza. So, we don't stand for that at the lobsterz podcast. No, we do not. And his hair looks bad now anyway, and it only lasts 2 weeks. So now, it's time for the formal impeachment of CD Joe Biden.
Yeah, fuck him up.
Today, the streets are even more dangerous than you think.
You like flying? I got something that'll really make you fly.
Hey everyone,
What's going on,
welcome
everybody?
back to
Welcome back to
Bisque
LBPodcast.
Podcast. Today is Monday. What's the date?
10,
The 11th.
12.
Oh, dude.
11.
You know how many people were saying yesterday, are you today's
Are you
date?
today's date? I texted my girlfriend that. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
I texted sarcastically, ha 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 ha, and randomly
That's good.
capitalized
No,
and
that's good.
lowercase the H's and A's. I
That's
text
good,
like
man.
someone who's losing
Well,
their mind, which
you
I
know,
am, but
I think it was,
it's just funnier if you text it.
I don't remember who sent me that, but it was at least, like one person said that to me on Snapchat, and I saw at least like 4 posts about it.
Right.
Maybe
Which
like
just
2,
goes
I
to
don't
show
know.
we're all losing our originality. Which brings us back to our point. Welcome to our podcast.
Welcome,
the only
everyone.
podcast where it's just 2 guys talking about stuff.
Sometimes a third.
Sometimes
person.
a third guy. Sometimes it's a girl. Ugh.
Ooh.
But speaking of the girl, that is the only one that's been. Oh wait, Riley was on our podcast.
That's right.
But
Well,
the other girl that's on our podcast, and also the girl that's most prominent in my life, is Hannah.
HB.
Who's a total
Represent.
queen. Represent the Queen Libra, who just turned 20 the other day.
Oh, no
dyed her
shit.
hair blonde and got
Libra?
a tattoo of a whale on her arm.
Yeah, with some flowers, right?
It's
Wait,
it's an
where
awesome
is it?
tattoo. It's like it's here, I
Oh,
think,
oh,
or it's on
that's-
the other arm, but
That's
here
that's a great spot. Like
it is.
like
What
this.
episode is this?
6,
6? Technically 6.
7, 8.
No, it's 6,
Could be
but
9.
technically in recording it's 8, but
True.
6
Well,
and 7 were scrapped
yeah.
for
It's basically
Reasons.
It's been a while,
yes,
right?
it
It's
is.
been
Last
a while
time we recorded
since-
was May.
Dude,
Last
I
drop was
still
in June
don't believe
before I
that,
turned
man.
19.
I don't like May. May?
May? We get on with this, bro?
Like we went the whole summer without. You know how hyped I was for this summer, bro?
Yeah.
I was like, man.
We're going to do
I'm
a bunch
gonna
of
be-
crazy shit.
Well, yeah, I
talk
remember
about
because
it
when it's cold, you
in
can't
our
wait for
segments on
summer. When it's
YouTube.
hot, you can't wait for winter. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So last winter, I was like, man, this like I've always hated wearing like shorts and a t-shirt because I never feel like.
so far away
stylish,
from
you know?
the table.
But
But it's comfy, though. So
but
it's okay.
I was like, bro, I'm stoked for the summer. I'm gonna get some new clothes. I'm gonna be
Mhm.
fitted up every
Get
day,
checked out
everywhere I
your-
go.
Sheesh.
I bought nothing. I bought nothing new for
Yeah.
the summer, and it just like went by so fast. But like, I'm sure when we were doing the podcast before, we were like, yo, man, we finna do so many episodes this summer because
Yeah.
that's when you think you're the most free.
Well, we took a little break.
We did, yeah. It was a
Well,
bit of
we were
hiatus.
free. This is an escape from the mundane parts of life, like
I thought you were gonna
going
say
into-
like the Monday blues. or
Monday blues. Is it? It's Monday today.
It is, yeah.
Oh, I hate Mondays. They're pretty good. Actually, the concept of a weekend doesn't really apply to my job, so
No,
or many
dude, the
people's
concept of
jobs.
a week doesn't apply to anyone
Yeah.
anymore.
the
You know what I
last
mean?
day of our week is Sunday on the schedule, which I guess
oh,
is how
dude,
a lot of people
the
do.
last day of our week on my schedule is Monday,
It's really weird.
which really throws me off because I'm like, oh right, because technically Monday isn't the first day of the week. It's Sunday. But then you're like, shouldn't
But no,
Sunday
technically
then
it's
be
Tuesday is the first day of the week.
right? Yeah, exactly.
In Pizza Land.
That's why, that's why I was so confused. I was like, why? But also, it's like I'm used to it now. But it does suck when you go to see the schedule and it's like all the way up to Monday, and I'm like,
Yeah.
or you go to the next week and it starts at Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's because we get paid on Tuesdays.
There you go.
Probably, maybe, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
bi-weekly
I get paid in the
though.
middle of
It's
the
not
week.
every
It has nothing
Tuesday.
to do with the scheduling.
Is it-
Real quick,
Is it
real quick.
bi-week? You get paid bi-weekly?
No, I get paid weekly.
Oh.
I don't think I
Nice.
could be paid bi-weekly. I'm not. Well, I'm.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty
I got
responsible.
you. I got you.
I'm
No, I
pretty
mean,
responsible when it comes to my
I-
finances.
I think bi-weekly is like usual, but I don't.
Yeah, it is usual. That's how my girlfriend's paid.
Logan gets
Hannah's
paid
paid.
weekly, so
Cool. Shout out Logan.
shout out my boy
Logo,
Logan.
brother.
He's not watching this.
No, he's not.
No.
But you know who is watching this?
Who's that?
My boss, my mom, my
Hey.
aunt, I'm pretty sure, my grandparents.
Hi, Heather.
Who are just, hi, Heather. Mom. And
Yeah.
my grandparents just sold the Pocono house that we used to go on vacation.
They sold it?
Or they're about to sell it and
Oh.
they're moving out, which
Yo,
sucks. It's
where
the
they-
last, physical place from my childhood that I will be
'cause
losing.
Wow. So your other grandparents, they moved out of their old house, or?
Yeah.
That went- I went
well,
to-
to be straight up, I'm not that close with
Oh, for sure.
that side of the family.
For sure.
On my dad's side, but that's for another day. But we love Pop Shoe, so shout out, brother.
Shout out Pop Shoot.
I was just bringing up Hannah earlier because she bought us all of these amazing things
Oh,
that make
true.
us feel like
Look at this
we're
tablecloth.
actually. There's a
this fucking
tablecloth. There's
tablecloth.
mugs.
It's
with
not
our
even a
faces on
tablecloth
them.
though.
And on the other side, a lobster claw. She got 4 of them. We only broke 1 of them. She painted that.
You broke one of them.
No.
You-
She dropped it out of the.
Oh, she broke it.
Yeah, when she was getting some water.
Okay.
You
Well, I
remember
was
that?
there and I just heard it
Right.
break.
Well, it's going to be a pencil holder now, right?
Oh, okay.
Because it doesn't have the handle,
Yeah,
but
sick.
you could throw
And
a
we
couple
only
erasers
need-
in there.
The most people will have on this show for the next while
It's
will be 3. So
including ourselves.
yeah,
And
yeah,
the
yeah.
Squishmallow Lobster.
Of course.
That's
We
selling
need to-
online for
have we
quite a bit
named-
of money now.
Have we named this guy yet or girl?
Whatever. They? Can we have a transgender lobster stuffed animal on
Well,
our
it doesn't
show?
even have to be transgender. It could just be gender neutral.
Gender neutral?
Or
Sure.
like
Well, I guess, yeah.
what he can be whatever he wants.
Jerry the
she can
gender
be whatever
neutral
she wants.
lobster?
They can be whatever they want, man.
Can it be Jerry?
Sure.
The gender neutral
But it's spelled like it should be like
Jeri?
J-E-R-I or yeah.
That
no,
was the
no,
name
no,
of
it
my
should be
mouse
J-A-R-E-E.
that, passed away.
It should be J-A-R-E-E.
We had
Double E. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say Hannah also made this,
it's very
which
pretty and sparkly.
this-
you can see
this
in the
like my
reflection of the
favorite-
light.
yeah, this is like my favorite one.
It's awesome. We also have the other one that was in the older ones over here.
Yeah,
We
that
don't have
just
it on
does.
camera 'cause
Yeah,
you
it
can't
doesn't.
really
You can't read it,
but it
so
is an
it's
awesome abstract.
Yeah,
art
it's very
piece by
abstract.
Hannah, who is
it's like some Henry. It's
the
some
most talented
Matisse.
artist in the world,
It's some Matisse style shit for sure.
and photographer. Just has a beautiful singing voice. And enough about her, dude.
Yeah, fuck girls, dude.
Yeah, peace out,
Gross,
HB.
disgusting.
But a lot has happened since the last time that we recorded, so we have a lot to catch up on. I don't think we're going to be doing all that crazy-ass format shit anymore. I think that we just come up with a few topics, we sit down. Well, actually, you know what? Screw that, because I'm packing heat in my jacket today.
Oh,
Because
no
at the end of this
shit.
episode, there will be a surprise segment. Just one segment, and it's the segment to end all segments, but...
It's a surprise for me
It's a
too. I
surprise
don't know
for
what's
J-Mo.
happening.
And it cost me $6.99.
Oh, okay.
So, threw $7 into the world and created at least 17 minutes of content for you guys. So it's worth it. So
At least, yeah.
at least. It'll be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
In a way. So,
You got any topics or anything? Anything you want to talk about?
well, I wanted to talk about the darkness. That's what I was talking to you
Oh.
about in the car. We got some Chick-fil-A. We were, briefing what we were going to kind of talk about a little bit.
yeah, there were
and-
so many. We were like, man, I really want to talk about this, but I'm gonna save it
right.
for the cast.
Which is just weird when you're best friends with someone that you also do a podcast with, and you want to save the good conversations.
Oh
and you
my-
see each other for the first time in a while. You're like, I want to talk so
it's
much.
difficult, and then you talk about it
But I don't wanna be
before you
boring as
notice,
fuck
and you're
on
like,
camera.
shit, I should have saved it, bro.
Right.
And then we're
Well,
like,
you already know where I'm going with the darkness story.
yeah, I think so. Oh, I got to remember what I wanted to talk about.
So I'll
Oh, I
do my
remember.
thing.
Okay, I got
You
it.
process that, but also react to my thing because it'll be boring
Oh,
if I'm
for
just
sure. Yeah,
talking
I'm not
to
gonna
you
just.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
Yeah,
I'm in.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about that, Jerry? Cool. So anyway, I have not been to a haunted house, or had not been to a haunted house since I was like 12 years old. And I remember going to a haunted house at 12 and being like, wow, this shit is cheesy as fuck. It doesn't scare me. I hide a lot behind humor when I go into that kind of place. Like where I'm, like at a horror movie. You go to a horror movie to scare yourself, but how I cope with that fear is I don't jump. I just laugh really awkwardly at
Yeah,
shit.
I feel that.
And I make fun of the effects that look dumb and the jump scares that didn't
I
need to
love
jump
watching
scares.
bad horror films.
Right. where
That's
they're
the
like,
best.
they turn the corner and then bats come out.
Yeah.
Who'd have saw that? And then they close the mirror. You know, when they're in the bathroom and they're brushing their teeth and they put it down, they open the mirror and they close it and there's somebody there. You're like, I've never seen a movie before.
Yeah, we were talking about Candyman. I thought that
Yeah.
looked so fucking stupid.
I saw Candyman. Not good. It was, for those of you who haven't seen Candyman, it was produced by Jordan Peele, which made me have really high hopes for it, but also made me think, oh, it's definitely going to be something more than it's presented as. Like, there's going to be a political agenda. And there was. And essentially, spoilers, Candyman was a man who I think was killed by the police, and he was innocent, but I'm not so sure because I was very tired during the movie. And it was very boring. It's a movie called Candyman. The premise is, like, Candyman. You say Candyman 3 times in the mirror.
Yeah, it's just like Bloody Mary.
Yeah, it's the Bloody Mary
That's what
thing,
Bloody Mary came from.
which
right?
really terrified me as a child.
Oh, for sure.
I was at a sleepover when I was a kid.
Children
and
are scared by that kind of
this
shit.
goes back to that humor thing. I was at a sleepover, and we were all hanging out. I was like probably like 9 years old, and they're like, "Come into the bathroom. We're gonna try this thing." I was like,
Oh, God.
"Heroin?" And they're like, "No." We're going to make this creepy-ass bitch appear in the mirror, and she's going to go, ah! And she didn't do that, obviously,
And
because we don't live in
well, that's
fairy
what's
tale
scary
world.
about it, though, is just your imagination. Because
Right.
you know,
Especially
obviously
when you have
no one's ever
anxiety.
seen
Especially when you have anxiety.
Yeah, but no one's ever seen Bloody Mary,
Right.
right?
No one's
I
ever
don't know.
seen
I
a
mean,
lot
I don't
of
know,
shit.
maybe. But
God included,
yeah,
but
you
that's
just
fine.
you decide what it looks like, and the mystery of it.
So
is
we
what's
went
scary,
into the bathroom at my friend's sleepover.
Yeah.
And they did Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary, Bloody Mary. And then one of them blew my neck and was like freaking out. And it made me freak out. And then I ran out of the room.
What a jokester.
And then I called my mom and I was like, I gotta go home, Mom. It was right after his Minute to Win It birthday party, which sucked. Don't theme your birthday party after a game show hosted by Guy Fieri.
Why not?
Because
I love
it was
that show, man.
boring. And I was also anxious the whole time I'd fuck it up. I'd be like, I only
Yeah.
have a minute to
You're
win
like
it?
stacking cups and shit.
What if I need like a minute 30?
Yeah, exactly. I feel that.
That was
No, I feel
clever.
that.
And so then this guy, Mikey, came out of the bathroom, and he could see I was freaking out at 9, which means that he had a little intelligence. I wonder how he's doing. And he was like, well, take back the intelligence comment, because he came out and he's like, Bloody Mary just appeared in the mirror, but she just flashed us. It was hilarious.
Oh, my God.
It was when flashing was funny and
Yeah.
not sexy or a crime. So I was like,
It wasn't a crime like that?
okay, I'll stay. And then we watched probably some dumb superhero movie that I didn't care about. Also, I watched Avengers Infinity War
Finally.
and Endgame
Also,
finally, which
you-
we'll talk about.
You were talking about something else before
Right,
that,
we're gonna go all the way back.
Yeah.
We're gonna go all the way back to The Darkness, which
The
is a haunted
Darkness,
house
yes.
in St. Louis that appears for like a month right before Halloween.
Yep.
And so it was. Today is actually Jacob and Chloe's 2-year anniversary. Who
Couple
we
of
talked about.
good friends of ours.
Yes, we talked about in the pilot. And they appreciated that shout out.
Nice. I don't
And-
remember that.
You were talking about the roller rink where you
Oh,
held her
that's
hands,
right.
Remember?
Dude, that's
She thinks it's crazy that you remember that. And,
really? Well, if she remembers it.
well, she's like, oh yeah.
Oh, right.
Um.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, happy 2 years, you guys.
Yeah,
so
happy
he was in
fucking
town
2
from.
years.
He goes to Missouri S&T.
I love them as a couple. I love you guys as a couple, by the way. Just
I
want
love
to
you
put
as
that out there.
people and individuals and together.
Yeah, no, that's.
I
yeah.
love your entities.
I just remember Jacob talking to me about it, and
Yeah, I know. It's awesome.
I
Things
said
come
that
full
last time
circle.
too, but like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, anyway, so he was home from Missouri S&T, and they hit me up. We had hung out the night before at Hannah's 20th birthday party, which you fucking missed.
I know, bro.
'Cause
I was,
you
in
loser.
I was in Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa.
For
I
an
saw you
undisclosed
posted,
reason.
You posted pictures, and I tried to make
I did.
some.
I posted it. That was today, right?
Yeah, and you with the caption, does anyone use IG filters anymore?
Oh yeah, yeah. Dude, I can never come up with a good caption.
I was trying to do a play on words with Iowa, and now I can't even remember. Wasn't worth bringing up.
Damn.
Anyway, so they were here, and they were hanging out with us. Or no, they
Your
left from
place.
hanging out with us.
No, wait. Oh, what are you talking about now?
Us going to the darkness.
Oh, right,
the haunted
right.
house.
Yep.
So they called me, and they were like, hey, do you want to go to the haunted house with us? And I was like, fuck yeah. But my girlfriend, who has anxiety, and we both have anxiety, but she has it differently. And she's like, no, I absolutely cannot go. And then it turned into this whole conversation, which went on right up until they were there, and then she ended up going. Now, each ticket was $28. For Hannah and I to go, that's $64 something with tax.
Yeah.
And the whole way there, Hannah's like, if I get scared, I'm just leaving.
I don't.
And it's like, okay,
I
sure.
don't
If we
think
were
you
going
can
in for $5, for $10, this is $28. That's a commitment.
Right.
And you
yeah.
make
It's the darkness, man.
it's the darkness. There's the darkness, there's Creepy World, the brewery. It's all part of this, like,
Yeah.
St. Louis goes hard for the,
Oh, God,
the Halloween times.
I'm gonna have to do one of those one times. I've never done it.
Well, we'll get to why that's a bad idea.
Okay, gotcha.
So we got there, and she's freaking out. And on the outside of this haunted house, it's in the city and pretty sketchy area. And there's a couple guys outside with religious poster boards protesting.
Protesting against the
Protesting
darkness?
against the darkness. Basically
Interesting.
saying if you go in there that you're worshiping
Oh,
the
that
devil.
it's like satanic and shit.
Yeah, but like...
That's what's
Lighten
scary,
the fuck
man.
up.
Yeah, on God.
Like,
Well, you see that everywhere, bro. You'll see a guy with a religious sign at, like, a music venue.
right. Or like an abortion clinic or
Well,
God fucking knows where. They just...
yeah.
Well, that's more just political. They're looking for the meaning and the music and the...
People who say that abortions
haunted
are
house.
satanic, they are...
Yeah.
They don't belong
Abortions are satanic until you get a girl pregnant. That's the rule. And then you keep it under the wraps and you pay her shit ton of money. And you go, no. No.
here. True. Accurate, man.
I just want control. That's it.
So the darkness.
So we get in line. There's people like, they come up behind you and like they're very quiet and then they get you. I only got scared in quotes. One time, someone popped out of the wall when we got inside. I went, and then from that point on, I was like, this is what I fucking expected.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. You're not going there to, like, shit your pants or something.
And everyone's like, you got to wear masks. Everyone on the outside of the building, you're waiting for like 25, 30 minutes. They're like, you got to wear masks. And I had brought a mask because I'm responsible, and the party I was with had not brought masks because they're irresponsible guys. Come on.
Damn. No one else brought masks?
No, Jacob, Chloe, Hannah, they were all just like, God. So then we get to the front, and they're like, you need masks. So they gave them masks, and then we go, there's an inside line where obviously these people have gone through and put the masks on, and none of them have masks on. So they put them on the outside and then take them off.
Dude, like,
all of the staff at this place, it's all for show. It's just, they were probably told, you cannot have this event where everyone is so together and touching and jumping and touching all the same surfaces without all these precautions. And they're like, sure. Yeah, on the outside. So we
Bro, like,
literally the staff there. The staff, and
staff
I don't
in
mean
that
like the
mask
people
either?
with the actual monster masks on, but I mean like the security and the like people overseeing the line on the inside, and then there's a second line halfway through. They weren't wearing masks. They weren't telling people to put masks back on. So I was just really trying to get out of there the whole fucking time. And well, little jump
Imagine
back.
though putting a mask on to get in, and then you're like,
Right.
all right, I'm in. Take
Well,
that
and I
shit
understand. I understand to agree why they did it because it's so fucking humid in there. I
Oh,
wore
for
this,
sure.
pretty clean fucking jacket.
Yeah, that's a sick
Because
jacket.
I
bro.
figured it would be cold inside because the whole thing's inside, and who would pay thousands upon thousands of dollars for electricity to have Pennywise the dancing clown like this going at you, you know what I mean? And couldn't fucking pay the cooling bill. Like, seriously, there could not have been any air conditioning. There were like little puffs of air they would use, kind of like, it'd make like a gunshot noise. It'd be like, pah!
And it was just
and
hot?
you'd feel it. No, it'd be cold air.
Oh, okay.
And it was supposed to scare you, but I remember turning corners like, please. Please go, pah! Oh,
It's
finally,
just
a little
like a
coolness.
little bit on your leg, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh.
So
you
we were
just
in line
embrace it.
waiting to get through, and there were girls, like there was two groups of people that went in. You heard, ah! And then they came out, and they're like, nope, sorry, can't do this. And I don't know if they're actually the biggest pussies in the world or they were paid by the company, because that broke Hannah. She was like on the brink
Oh,
of tears.
my
She's
God.
like, I can't do this. I can't do this. I mean, it's like going up a roller coaster and then you see the car in front of you about to go and then someone jumps the fuck out. You know what I mean? It's like, that's ultimate terror. And
Yeah,
for
I
something
mean-
that wasn't that scary. And these girls were probably like 16, 17.
Right.
And it just added to the whole thing. And also, by the way, threw away $64.
So
you fucking took
wait,
$64 and you said, I need a picture at the front of this place, which you could have just taken without paying the goddamn money if you
so
wanted to see that
neither
way.
of you guys went through it?
No, we
you
did go through it. We did go through
Okay.
it. It took some hand holding
For sure.
and me saying a bunch of annoying shit that took her mind off of it, but also annoyed her at the same time. And really nothing to write home about. You guys want something fun or spooky to do, I guess go through. I wouldn't waste your money if you don't want to just be uncomfortable. And like they have animatronics that like close in on your heads. Like there's a Venus flytrap that you walk through, and it literally closed around my head, and it didn't hurt, but it was just like, this doesn't feel right. Like if you were on a Disney ride and one of the animatronics came out and touched you, you're like, oh, that doesn't feel right.
It's definitely like a lot harder to scare people now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because people were saying that The Exorcist or The Exorcism was the scariest movie of all time.
And they still
Remember
say
we watched that?
But the people that say that are the people that are outside protesting. Because they have that much, they care that much about religion. They feel like that is, it's based on a true story here in St. Louis at that, that hospital. They have that floor closed. And it creates this whole idea of, oh my God, there are demons. And I don't want to get into the whole demon talk. I don't believe in demons. But if you do, power to you, and go watch The Exorcist and be bored the half the fucking movie.
I believe in demons in like a metaphorical sense. You know what I mean? Like
Everyone
we all
their
have our demons.
Right. Everyone
That's
has
it though. It's like,
but that's a real
it's where my
easy way to
demons
write off
hide.
that you're a shitty person who should probably be on medication. Like, what is ADD a demon because you can't pay attention? Is OCD a demon because you have to have things organized in a certain way or do something a certain amount of times? Like, I feel like people, that's where that comes from in religion. It's like no one wants to feel like they're different from other people, so they'll just hide behind the fact that, I'm kind of possessed. I feel like something is controlling me, and you're right, it's a chemical imbalance or deficiency in your fucking brain, and get on my medication. You don't have demons. Anyway.
I'm possessed, bro. I need an exorcist.
Don't go in there. Don't.
Yeah.
No, save your souls. And it's like all these Bible verses, and Hannah goes, God's not real, honey. I've never loved her more. And he goes,
God loves
shut up,
air
God's
conditioning.
not real. And he's like, oh, I never will. It's like, then you're wasting your time. Hey, guess what?
What's up?
No one who paid $64 is going to go to that haunted fucking house and see that sign and be like, welp, you're right. Why don't you go home and study the Bible?
Why didn't I think of that? This is fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna protest too.
You're right.
I'm gonna make a sign.
Well, I mean, it just added to the whole thing. Like, I would not be surprised if he was paid. Like, I have that theory.
Really?
I mean, think about it. You go somewhere and there's protesters outside like, don't go in.
Well, with
And then
something
it's whoa.
like a music venue, I would understand. But this is literally like a horror thing. Haunted house, that's, I don't know. I could see someone just doing that out of their fucked up opinions.
From their demons.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So we went through the haunted house.
And it's because they care about other people, right? They're like wanting to protect them from that shit. But like no one else has a concept of it because they...
Right. Well, I mean, some people have a concept of it, but the people that are there with the concept of it aren't going through in the first place because they have paranoia that they're sinning. By going through something that's supposed to test their strength as a person. I think that's the most religious thing you can do.
Yeah.
Go through and be like, if someone jumps at you and they're like, you go. You hand them a fucking business card with like a psalm on it or some shit. I don't know.
Give them a Bible.
Go through. Change these people's minds. The people that are paying to do it will not be changing their minds.
Have a Bible verse prepared for each person in there.
Exactly.
It goes
I had a couple of jokes
what
when we were
sin
going
they
through
commit.
that you either at one point you walk through and you go into a church building and there's a bunch of nuns in there with the whole garb and their eyes are bleeding.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh God, this is the scariest part. We're in church. And I said the best way they could have ended that, they're like, okay, and now for the end of our haunted house tour, we're gonna drop you off in East St. Louis with $1 million chain around your neck and no guns, no nothing.
Oh my God.
Have fun. Woo! Anyway,
Jeez.
shout out my East St. Louis peeps.
Yeah.
Y'all are really living it up out there.
So what ended up happening near the end?
Huh?
What ended up happening?
Right. So you go
near the end
through,
with the
sweaty as
haunted
fuck,
house?
you're done. You go through 2 lines, and then you go through another line halfway through
Wait,
for the terror
so-
vision. This is what I was telling you in
because
the
it was
car.
like a separate thing?
Right. It's like, no, it's still in it. Like, it's all linear. But halfway through, there's another line because they were sending people in groups, but then the groups were getting all congested, especially in the line areas. So They have you put on 3D glasses for this TerrorVision 3D thing, where you go through. It's all clowns. It's only clowns in this 3D world. And
you're like looking at real people or like screens?
There's real people and screens and animatronics.
People,
and
3D
with
people
paint on
are
that
3D.
pops out.
Oh, that's sick as fuck.
It was shit. I'm sure
it's a good idea.
the glasses don't fit on my face. No glasses fit on my face because
was it like
I had some nose surgery done on the interior, and I swear to God, since then my nose is just flat. Glasses don't sit right on my face.
Oh damn.
So it didn't really work.
Was it like the lights were off? They have like black lights or anything?
Kind
like
of
some glowy
like
shit?
that, but it was still like light. You could see. And at one point,
'Cause
you
that would
go
be
under
cool.
a clown. Like the whole thing's scary, and then you go under a clown, like a giant statue, and it has a motion trigger when you go through. Underneath its ass, it goes, which was just so off-putting and like stupid.
That's.
It was
haunted
so
house.
cringe.
In
Yeah, it's like a haunted
they're
house.
like,
It's
"Let me throw a
supposed to
little
lighten the
joke
mood, I
straight."
guess, but I was doing a much better job of that with my zingers. We were in line to get those goddamn glasses to go through the fucking TerrorVision 3D, which, by the way, I asked my friend if he would take acid and go through for $100. And that would be a fun segment for this. But I don't think that... I mean, that is definitely at least semi-permanent psychosis for the rest of your life.
Well, it depends on,
You'd have to wait until the whole thing's kicked in, and then you go through.
Well, yeah, dude, and then he goes through.
No, and that's nothing.
Exactly.
He's got to sit there and kind of ride in it for a little bit.
Yeah, you got to wait until
and then go in, and I'll be like, oh, shit, shouldn't have said his name. Cut that.
It's cool, bro.
One edit.
Yeah.
I don't want to do a ton of editing on this. We'll do an intro, that name, because I don't want people to know that he does that, and that they do that. Jerry does that. Jerry keeps doing
Jerry
acid.
always does that.
Stop, Jerry.
Stop it, man.
Just-
He's got a problem for sure.
Yeah. Well, they have a problem,
They-
J-Mo? Stop.
My bad.
Anyway, they're really cute. I got that at my work, and I paid way too much for it, but now it's selling on eBay for
I just
way
dapped up
much
Jerry.
more. That's what's up. So anyway, while we're standing in line for the fucking glasses, this guy comes up who we had been in line, the first line, and I'd seen him, and I was like, what's up, bro? I saw him again. And I was like, what's up, bro? And then he had a little goon walking behind him who had he kind of looked like, is his name Sloth in the Goonies?
I don't know. I don't know.
What is his name?
I should know,
I haven't seen the
bro,
Goonies
but
forever.
me
But
neither.
you know who I'm talking about, the deformed,
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
He looked just like that, except you couldn't see his eyes. He looked me in the face, and I said the same thing. I was like, what's up, bro? And he looked down, and I was wearing these exact pants, and my zipper was poking out like this, and he starts playing with it. I was like, no, bro, no, what are you doing? And then he took his hand, like such, and he cupped under my balls, pulled up, and got his palm on my dick.
Oh, God.
Now, you tell me. Now, I will preface that also, that there were a bunch of signs that's like, there's no touching, don't touch the people won't touch you.
Dude.
We're also in a fucking pandemic.
Oh, true, bro. Fuck, I didn't
And
think about
this
that.
dude, he's not scary, because I said bruh to his face, right? Not scary to me, and so he couldn't do any, he probably, as you said in the car, was feeling a little like, oh yeah?
Well,
and then he sexually
yeah, 'cause
violated me.
I was thinking that since you saw him earlier,
Yeah.
what was the initial reaction between you guys when you first saw each other?
He came up. No. So he was following around this guy. He's clearly new to the job. It's funny because it was
Oh, so this was a different guy than the one who
there were
you
two
first
of them
said, "What's
walking
up, man?" to?
together. But I think,
Okay.
and I legitimately, it was like he was shadowing him for the day. It was so stupid. I appreciate what they're doing there, but man, it's honorable that they could stand in that fucking hot, shitty, loud building all day in those masks. I applaud that. I think it's funny that there's a monster masked man training another monster masked man a little bit.
It's awesome.
And
Is
that
that-
monster masked man
gotta
should
learn
not have his
somehow, right?
job because he grabbed my dick and balls in
Yeah.
front of my friends. And immediately I was like, hey, you grabbed my dick. And then he just looked at me and then walked off.
Yeah, I'm just thinking he probably first time, he probably took it the wrong way when you were
Right.
like, "What's up, man?" or whatever it was, and then the second time he probably
He's
just was like,
I'm going to touch
"I've
his
had enough.
genitalia."
I'm gonna sexually
Now,
assault this
here's
dude."
a few things. Well, just one thing. What if I had a pussy? What if I had a vagina and I was
He'd be
already
like-
uncomfortable with men and the environment in general, and he came up, and I don't know that he didn't do that. Like, if he felt comfortable enough to do that to me and hide under his mask, and there were a bunch of people that looked like him. Like, they all had the same kind of costume on.
Yeah.
Like, he felt comfortable doing that in the environment, and so he did it. And
Bro.
I felt, like, a little bit humiliated, but more just pissed off because I was like, I already don't feel super safe in this environment.
Right.
And that's saying something because I'm a man. You know? Like, I'm 6'3", I'm a tall glass of
No,
water.
I feel you, man. That shouldn't have
Shouldn't have happened.
And it's very,
and
very
I cannot
strange.
believe that it did, and it makes me feel so fucking bad for girls that are put in that kind of position when they're at concerts. And I can't even imagine if they were in a building alone and that was the only person they're fucking with.
Yeah.
Or in an environment
true,
where
bro.
everyone thinks that guy's the shit. Like, everyone's like, oh, these killer clowns are the shit, bro. And then one killer clown's like, come back with me to the bedroom. And he's like, have a drink. And then, fuck that killer clown. And fuck all these killer clowns in Hollywood.
What if it's someone who knows you?
Huh?
What if it's someone who knows you, bro?
That did that?
Yeah, and they like saw it was you, and then they were like,
Well, that makes it even worse. And that takes it all the way back to the hashtag #MeToo movement.
right?
Like,
yeah,
I didn't report it. I guess I should have. But I'm just going to say it here. So when you go to the darkness, if some sloth-looking ass, if that's who he is, sloth-looking ass motherfucker touches you or your private parts, say something. And say it's not the goddamn first time.
yeah,
It's ridiculous.
True. Yeah,
And maybe it really did. I've never felt so quickly uncomfortable. And not scared. Like, ready to, like, hit him.
well, no,
like,
you
you
already were like, I'm done with this.
Like,
shit.
I went like this. Like, I kind of did one of these,
well,
and my
yeah.
hands, like, he had let go, and I was like that kind
Well,
of.
yeah, when you were telling me the story earlier, I was like, oh, this dude's gonna like punch him in the face or something.
Mhm.
But you
No, which probably at that
not
point,
expecting that.
once his hands had touched the underside of my scrotum,
Mhm.
I probably had every right to drop him like a fucking hot potato,
for sure, man.
which I would have loved to do in front of everybody, but I was like, no
Drop
one's
him
going
like
to
a hot
understand.
potato.
No one's going to get it.
True.
And if they do, they're going to be
No,
like,
that's what always
man up,
happens.
bro. It's a haunted house. And I'm like, if he did that to a fucking girl, he would be kicked the fuck out of that place.
Yeah, rightfully.
Anyway, that's where I got these
Did
Grinch
you
socks,
see?
though.
Yeah, those
At
are
the darkness.
pretty bright.
2 for $12.
The
I
new
can't see.
New Vans.
Oh,
too.
New Vans for my girlfriend. Love her. And I'm also sporting this Everything is
Oh,
Dead.
That's pretty sick.
It was done by Jerry Garcia,
Oh,
who
no
did
shit.
the art for the Grateful Dead.
Well, he was also in
In the
he
Grateful
was
Dead.
the lead.
Right. Is
you
that
know.
who it? That is. He's the lead
Yeah,
in the Grateful
lead
Dead.
guitarist and singer, I think.
I've never followed them too much. Hannah was supposed to go to a concert. I don't know if she still is.
He's passed away now, I believe.
Okay, but Teddy Fresh just did a collection. Maybe it was just called the Jerry Garcia. 1 second. I gotta Google this.
Okay, go ahead. Did you see that a Disney World employee got touched, and then it was the guy dressed as Gaston, and some
No
lady like touched
shit.
his pecs,
Yeah.
and he was like out now.
Wait, what do you mean? Someone touched Gaston's pecs?
Yeah.
Oh, there's also been a lot of fucking
No,
weird
yeah,
shit
it's-
that's happened with creepy pedophile men dressing up as like Mickey Mouse. and
Okay,
doing
that I
to
haven't
kids.
heard of, but
No, that does happen.
but this was just something that I saw somehow, and my dad knew about it too.
I'm confused as hell what this Jerry Garcia.
What
So
is it?
he-
Well, what is it?
It's Teddy Fresh x Jerry Garcia, and I think it's
Hold on. We're just gonna
sorry
fub real quick.
for a little bit of dead air.
You don't know what fubbing is? Are you familiar with
Not
fubbing?
necessarily.
Are you familiar with fubbing? Do you know what that
Okay,
means?
so you're right. Jerry Garcia, he's since passed, right?
Yeah.
But it was done by his family. That's how they got the rights to that. And they had
Yeah.
the artist from the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
Oh my God, he died in '95. Yeah, I need to get woke on some music.
Yeah, John Mayer plays for the Grateful Dead now, or it's
Oh,
Dead
okay.
and it's Dead and Company now, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's an awesome.
I always
change.
was confused about that because I was
Yeah.
like, is Dead and Company different than the Grateful Dead? And no, it's not really. But
Mhm.
I don't know. They
Well,
had so many members. I
So they
think
did.
that like
They had this thing at the Field Museum,
It's all
I guess,
getting
like a
mixed
couple
up.
of years ago.
the what museum?
The Field Museum in Chicago,
Oh, okay, cool.
which I went to for my birthday. Which there's probably some stories there. Hannah was followed around a little bit by a homeless man, and I just, it was an interesting birthday. It's an interesting birthday. But then she, I didn't like that she was followed by a homeless man.
Yeah, that's
so I was
uncool.
like, let's get the fuck out of here. We went home a day early, but we used our last day to go to the Field Museum and walk around the lake, Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, that's
I'm pretty
Lake
good with
Michigan is
geography.
in Chicago,
And
partly
I
in
think
Chicago.
probably it was water, and it was very pretty. And then I had the best goddamn burger in the world, and I wish I remembered what the place was called, but it was kind of near all the touristy stuff, and it was like an avocado
Oh shit!
queso.
Yo,
So fucking
that sounds
good.
crazy.
It
Bro.
was insane. Hannah had an Impossible burger
Chicago is pretty cool.
that I'm pretty sure is a real burger.
I've been there a couple times, or a few. I don't know. I've been there. Actually, I've been there. I've been to Chicago. Like, went there and then came back in a day before
Yeah.
for a School Rock show.
No, it's awesome. I mean, we took a train out there, and
Nice.
taking a train is goddamn exhausting.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's different than taking a plane, because I could be on a...
Planes suck though.
Planes are... The turbulence sucks. It makes you feel sick. If you have anxiety,
I
it
don't
makes
even-
you feel
I
like
just
death
always
is
feel
coming.
uncomfortable and like.
Oh, all planes have no... But trains, too. And I hate to play the tall guy card, but nothing's really that fucking comfortable when you're 6'3",
Right.
in terms of public
Are
transport.
you really 6'3"? Damn, that's crazy. Bro.
Jeez, that's what it says in my license.
Oh well, dude,
Who knows?
your license is probably at least an inch higher, or I don't know.
I don't know.
Mine, I'm like 6 feet exactly, and mine
Yeah.
says 6'1", so I just.
Okay, then fuck it, dude.
And I know
I'm
I'm not
5'9",
6'1".
all right? I'm 5'9".
Yeah, sure. Be whatever you want, man.
I put on deodorant the other day. Did I tell you about that?
You put on deodorant?
I know.
Good job,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you. I smell
You
great.
never do that.
Oh, come on, JMO. No, I put on deodorant. I hadn't used the deodorant in like 6 months,
Right.
and I put it on,
Oh, you did tell me about this.
and my armpit skin is still peeling off of my body.
You're gonna have to show me that later.
I will.
Will
It
you?
looks like a sunburn, but it was. It's
Because I'm imagining like what I'm imagining in my head is obviously a lot worse than what it really is.
I'm not gonna get it out. I'm gonna hide it behind mine. Yeah. I'll show you. You see that? It's way better now. It's already,
Honestly, I see nothing.
I'll
Yeah,
show
you'll
you.
have to-
I'll show you it
yeah.
later. But it's just.
But it
it's
sounds
flaking
so
off.
painful. That's such a terrible spot.
Well, I
to
put it
feel
on
pain.
and Hannah. I think it was. What the fuck were Hannah and I doing?
Putting on deodorant together.
Yeah, probably. She got me an electric toothbrush because I'm 7 years old and I
Nice.
love
I have
using
one of those.
it. It's like it's like a baby Yoda
Oh,
Grogu.
no, like
Sorry.
it plays music for 2 minutes.
No,
and then when
I
it stops,
wish.
you're done.
I
No-
bet you she cheaped me the fuck out. She should have got me that one.
Bro, look for a spot for batteries.
Huh?
Look for a screw that you can like put some
There
batteries
are batteries in it. I don't know.
in. No shit. Well
My
then,
breath
dude,
always
it's got to
smells like
do
goddamn
something.
shit.
Does it light up?
No, it just goes. Bzzz.
Then what the fuck? Oh, right.
I'm sure I could masturbate a
Duh.
girl very well.
With a brush?
I'm sure. Yes.
I mean, I don't know what girls are into.
Probably not a baby Yoda brush up their vagina, or not up their vagina.
Yeah,
at
I
the
don't think
top
it
of
would
their
be
vagina.
inside. Yeah, be a
That
little
would
bit.
be that's real commitment.
I'm gonna embarrass myself trying to talk about the anatomy of a vagina, bro.
We should do that as a segment. We should draw. We should draw.
Dude,
and
I've actually
label-
always wanted to do that. Someone's definitely done that before,
Yeah.
but I've come up with so many jokes about like someone mispronouncing
That's kinda
clitoris or
sexist,
something.
bro.
Well, it's not like
kind of messed up that you would
It's
make
not-
jokes about
okay.
girl
That's not.
private parts, bro.
It's like jokes about myself.
That you don't understand.
Yeah, because I.
See, that's fine because it's ironic and all men are
There-
idiots. They don't
Well, and
get
dude,
it.
you guys. Well, yeah, and it's funny.
Yeah.
It's like you make fun of men for not understanding the anatomy of a vagina, even though women go there like they just know it their whole lives. So
How many parts can you name? I don't know if this is gonna get copyrighted or not copyrighted. Private parts aren't copyrighted, dude.
how many parts
Jesus!
can I name?
Yeah,
I've
I've got
one, I guess.
5, I think.
See, that's like I didn't even know there were 5.
I'm flexing all these names. I go vulva,
Oh,
labia,
no, it was-
clitoris.
I guess it is kind of sexist.
I used to say clitoris
'Cause I was
in
thinking,
middle school.
like,
People made the.
It was
fucking-
it was a joke I came
That's
up
a
with
fun
where
one.
I was like trying to learn just general anatomy, and I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
so parts of the vagina, you got clitoris, you got areola, and then that's obviously not a part of the vagina, so
Right.
it would be like, it's funny.
Well, you don't need that to succeed unless you're a gynecologist.
Right.
Or-
well, I mean, I just want to know. Because like,
Like in the sexual realm, it doesn't help you to know what
right, yeah.
the labia is. You should know where the
Oh.
clitoris is, but you don't have to know its name.
I do know what labias are.
It's the
Yeah.
it's the flat part. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Could grow out into wings.
Yeah, that's how
Carry 'em
women
away.
fly. because
Right, exactly.
girls can fly,
Where are
boys
we going
can't.
with this? Hey, how was your trip to Iowa though? I wanted to talk about that.
It was pretty cool. My grandma was there.
Yeah.
And I was, she had never been to my sister's campus, so.
What? She goes to Drake.
Yeah, Drake.
Is she like
in Des
certified
Moines,
lover
Iowa.
boy?
I don't know. Actually, I doubt that she listens to Drake, but
Good for her.
she goes
Hannah
to
has
Drake
got
University.
me to listen to that album all the way through.
I think it's so hilarious that Hannah likes it so much, but I'm also not surprised.
She loves Drake. She loves Degrassi. Loved Degrassi. She liked
like the show.
Yeah, where he's in the wheelchair.
Is
She made me watch
is
the
Drake
episode
in
where
that
he,
show? Is he like?
yeah, that's how he like broke out.
Is he like a main character?
He's in
that
a wheelchair the whole time. Well, not the whole time. At the beginning, he's not, and then someone shoots up the school on a Nickelodeon television show, which just shows you how times
Bruh,
have.
I remember seeing trailers for Degrassi while I was watching like SpongeBob, and then it would get to like 9
about House
o'clock
of
or whatever,
Anubis?
and then Nick at Night
Did
started.
you ever see those trailers?
Yeah, I did.
I never watched House of Anubis,
But
I'm
that
just
was the
saying-
kind of that kind of fit in there too. I was like, I kind of want to watch like with Degrassi. I was like, I kind of want to watch that, but also based on the
There was no
atmosphere of the
right.
trailers, I don't think I'm old enough for that.
Also,
shit
there
yet.
was no streaming, so
Right.
like you would.
I didn't
when
know
you
when
would get
it was
into a
on.
television show, you would be in the middle of the television show
Right.
unless you were catching the reruns and watching like the
Well, yeah,
the
you gotta
channel
record
guide
it.
and
you gotta
everything.
record it, put
Right.
it on the DVR.
which I wasn't gonna fill up my DVR with House of fucking Anubis. I was gonna catch a SpongeBob episode
Yeah, of course.
and watch Seinfeld with my dad.
Hell
I was
yeah.
thinking about that the other day. That I don't have a ton of memories of hanging out with my dad when I was a kid,
Right.
because I was never super. Oh, could I throw my phone on that charger?
Sure.
Here.
I'm at good old.
And I got me a Baby Yoda
87%, so
pop socket
pretty sweet pop socket.
and a lobster Bisque phone case for my birthday.
Lobster Bisque.
Along with all this.
Lobster Bisque phone case.
What was I saying,
Damn, your
dude?
bitch ass at 2%.
What was I saying?
I don't.
Right, about my dad.
Okay, your father.
I didn't play sports or anything, so I didn't have a go-to thing to talk to him about. But every Saturday from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Standard Eastern Time, we would watch Seinfeld.
Right.
And just recently, Seinfeld is on Netflix, actually. They put
Oh,
all 9
yeah.
seasons. We watched the parking garage episode.
Yeah,
on
good
there.
episode. I really like that
There's a
one.
lot. I feel like, and I'm gonna sound kind of like a normie, I guess, for this, or
Fucking normie.
I feel like Seinfeld is a little bit too smart for this time.
Yes. 100%, dude.
Like the fact that it.
Nobody of our generation gets the humor.
Well, because all the humor is based around because I realized this in the I showed Hannah the Chinese restaurant episode, which it's so genius because Seinfeld, the tagline is it's the show about nothing, and the episodes. They're just the most, like, the environments are bland, but how the characters interacting.
yeah,
I was
dude,
listening
it's
to the
most
Super
basic
Mega
New York
podcast.
setting ever.
Yeah.
Is it
right.
not?
No, it is. It's in New York City,
Yeah.
right? And they all, and like Jerry plays himself. The only person that's really acting is Kramer, which,
Oh my
you know.
God.
Which
But
is,
that's what's so beautiful about Kramer, though, is he acting?
right.
you know?
Hopefully he was acting up on the Laugh Factory stage. Yikes. How do you escape cancellation like that? Like he apologized for that once on a late night show and it all went away. When he said the N-word? You don't know about that.
I'm not familiar.
Oh, with the Chinese episode. This is what the Chinese restaurant episode. They're in a Chinese restaurant waiting for a seat, and the whole time George is trying to get in contact with a woman that like he was dating. George Costanza is
What a
one of
beast.
top 10 television characters of all time. George Costanza is on that list. And they have to use a landline phone in the restaurant. And I feel like people who actually had to wait for landline phones obviously are going to think that's funnier than people today who are like, what? And they're not looking at the screen while they're watching the fucking show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're on their phones.
Right.
So a lot of that humor is lost, but when you suspend disbelief, and this is what I was saying with the Super Mega Cast, I was listening to their podcast the other day, and Ryan McGee from that, he's like, I like like Seinfeld because it's like a play.
Yeah.
It's less like these television shows where, you know, the camera's following around someone the whole episode and, you know, it's jumping back and forth. But it's more like, you know, everyone knows what they're going to say and it looks retro.
Right.
And what they're saying isn't necessarily what someone in that situation would say, but it's the perfect thing to say to have like a little banter.
Yes.
And what Seinfeld does and what Curb Your Enthusiasm does now, it's the only show that does it like this, is it creates all this stupid shit at the beginning where you'll laugh a little bit, you'll laugh a little bit here,
Curb
you'll laugh
Your
a little bit there.
Enthusiasm is awesome.
Oh, it's genius. But it's all a build-up to the last 5 minutes of the episode, if not just the last goddamn minute of the episode.
Yeah.
Like, Seinfeld is a good show if you don't laugh the whole time and then laugh harder than you usually do at television in the last minute. Like, I don't laugh out loud when I watch television alone.
No.
I really don't. There's a few shows that make me, like Nathan For You.
Right.
That will make me laugh out loud.
Parks and Rec has its moments.
Parks and Rec does have... It's really when things get... It snowballs humor. You can't just have a little humor and then nothing.
There
and
also
a little...
will be every once in a while a moment in like a YouTube video
Yeah.
that I'm like, wow, that was...
That's
Because it's
genius.
so funny. Yeah, it's genius. And then
Yeah.
you laugh because it was so fucking clever.
I don't know where I was going with that. But I was
neither,
trying to
man.
get Hannah into Seinfeld, and I watched that with you. And
The Chinese episode. Or
the Chinese restaurant
episode.
episode. If you haven't seen Seinfeld, I'm telling you, watch The Marine Biologist is the best episode of Seinfeld. As my mom used to say, like, it is perfect television. Like, every part of that episode is genius. But there's some parts that you'll need to watch the other episodes to get the character dynamics a little better. But watch The Marine Biologist, The Chinese Restaurant, The Parking Garage. Those are probably my top 3. But there's a ton
How
of
many
good
times
ones.
have you seen the show all the way through? If more
Honestly,
than
probably 2 or 3. But as I said, I used to watch it on cable with my dad. Like, it'd be a
Right.
random
So it's
3
not- yeah,
episodes
it's not
every
the kinda
night
show
because it
that
was all
you-
reruns.
would binge for plot.
No,
right?
you could just sit there, fall asleep to it. Like, just honestly,
Yeah.
put it on.
Put it on
And you'll gain an appreciation for how it's done. The one complaint I have, and a shit ton of people have online, is so Netflix acquired that from Hulu, had it for a long time, and that was Hulu's big marketing thing.
right.
You know how, like, Peacock got The Office off Netflix, and now it's on Peacock?
And Parks and Rec.
And Parks and Rec. But they're using The Office as their, like, showrunner. Like, they're plastering it everywhere. Every ad that they have for Peacock has Michael Scott. And they're
Well, yeah,
giving you the
because-
first 4 seasons for free, I think. And Hannah and I just watched one last night, or
Oh.
one episode. And The Office, Seinfeld I could watch probably 8 more times all the way through and enjoy. Well, I can't say that, but I'm pretty sure. The Office I've seen now probably 2 or 3 times through. And only one time probably all the way through. I mean,
Right.
like, through season
Yeah, I
9.
never
I
finished
usually
it.
stop when Michael leaves.
Yeah, that seems
But
like it's. I didn't even
Jesus
get to that
Christ,
spot.
show. I think that's something I've already complained about, but
Well, yeah,
it's
you probably talked
way
about that.
over goddamn saturated. And that's one thing when I'm sitting here defending Seinfeld, because Seinfeld is the best show on fucking television, or it was. At least that's what Jerry Seinfeld said when it was implied that it had been canceled to Letterman.
Well, that
I
was.
think.
Well, he was on Larry King.
Larry King.
Yeah,
not
and he
Letterman.
was like, so.
So you got canceled after 9 seasons?
Yeah, why did it get canceled?
He stopped after 9
and
seasons.
Jerry, yeah, but Jerry was like,
Yeah.
I didn't get canceled.
I didn't
Larry.
get canceled.
Yeah. The show
We're the
ended.
best show on
It was the number one-
television.
yeah, like. It's
Um,
that I love that shit is so funny to watch. I've seen
Right.
that clip so many times.
No, it's great. Jerry Seinfeld's a savage. What was I gonna? He stopped after 9 seasons because he was a huge fan of the Beatles. The Beatles made 9 studio albums.
Oh,
And so
wow.
that's where that.
That's awesome.
That's
dude.
why he decided. I think he knew going into it he's gonna do 9, which is way better than taking it to season
Way
14,
better.
fucking 15.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
so Hannah and I finished It's Always Sunny, and for her birthday I bought her dick towel, which is a. Did I tell you about that or show you that?
I don't think so.
It was delivered to your house. So
Oh.
I was really hoping it wasn't on the packaging so
Yeah.
that your parents didn't see dick towel for Colin Shoe. But it's a product that Mac invents on that show because they're all trying to come up with some scheme. And it's a towel where it's got a butt on the back and you pull it like this one way. It's got a tiny
Oh.
penis. And when you pull
Yes.
it this way, it's got a huge penis. I
Dude,
got
you
her
got that?
Yes.
Oh
the website
my
looks like it's from
God.
the 80s. Obviously, it's from like
That's
10 years ago.
Awesome.
And I put my credit card information in there. I was like, fuck it, here we go. Never got an email, or actually I did. So it showed up here. I got that email, and I was like, what? It shipped? And I found a bunch of emails updating me in my spam. Gmail saw
bruh.
dick towel and marked it as spam and threw that shit in there.
Way.
Yeah.
That's why you always got to check the spam, man.
Where was I going? Oh, here's what I like about television. If you're going to go more than 10 seasons, honestly. It's Always Sunny only gets better as you watch it. The
Yep.
first seasons are funny, but once you're familiar with the characters, there's a certain thing that a lot of television studios don't understand. which is you already get it. Like, you don't want to watch the same plot over and over again like The Office. You want to see shit get crazier and crazier. You don't want a format, much like this podcast. You don't want a fucking format where it's like, oh, Jim and Pam are going to get all quirky with Dwight. And I've already gone on this spiel on the podcast. Yeah. I know I have. But if you can make the show a parody of itself, then you have figured it out. Because It's Always Sunny, the characters just get... You understand their relationships with each other. They just get crazier and crazier. And once you know that dynamic, you can put them in any situation. And as long as the end is as crazy as possible...
The shit that they come up with, bro.
Right. Or it's a parody of, like, Waiting for... I think Waiting for MacGuffin is a play, which was the last...
Well, they did an episode that took place in, like, 1776 or whatever. Because they wanted to get their bar to be a national...
Because the Liberty Bell cracked.
Treasure.
They claimed that it was their fault.
Yeah, such
or
a
whatever.
random thing.
Yeah.
We cracked the Liberty Bell, is what they said.
Or it's I don't even remember that episode. But I love television, and that's why I liked Infinity War, which I think we should talk about.
Okay.
We could also talk about the platform, because we actually already recorded this with Hannah a few days ago. But I had not eaten all day.
It was bad.
And I was in a shitty-ass mind.
Not gonna
place
put it
in my mind.
Not going to upload that shit.
No. I just really went off on my dad for like 15 goddamn minutes. Which,
I also had a thing that I wanted to talk about if you were...
Well, I was just going to jump into my Infinity War spiel, but go ahead, whatever you... whatever.
Like, real quick, it's nothing of the same
This
caliber.
is equal parts your podcast.
Yeah.
If you ever feel like I'm cutting you off,
we chillin',
please
bro.
say something.
So I'm on Instagram today,
Okay.
right? And sometimes I just see weird shit, like memes or whatever from obscure pages. And there was one that was a picture of a pot with 4 eggs in it. And the caption was, my cousin told her BF, put 4 eggs in a pot to boil, and he did this. And I was like...
Like eggs?
No, it was like cracked eggs.
In a pot.
In a
plant pot.
Yeah, like...
Okay.
That you would boil water in.
Sure.
And everyone was like, man... he's just doing that on purpose so he doesn't have to ever do that again. And like they were saying, girl, you need to divorce him. Like that's the kind of shit they were saying. And I was like, what did he do wrong? I was like,
wait.
I was like, is there something?
I was so confused with where you were going with this. So you were on Instagram. You saw a meme of, I told my husband to do this, put 4 eggs in a pot, and he had put 4 eggs in a pot, and you don't know what's wrong with that. And that's what you're saying right now.
Everyone was saying like
you got to divorce his ass.
It was a meme, and it was like, I told him to put 4 eggs in a pot to boil, and this is what he did, and it's 4 eggs in a pot, and everyone and like the caption was even like agreeing with it, saying like they just do this on purpose so they don't have to do that for them again. They like
that's you know what, you're giving guys too much credit. I don't know what's wrong with that.
I think it's opposite.
I don't.
Well, there's a problem because. I think you're supposed to put water in with it too, and everyone I had to check the comments because I was like, what did he do wrong?
What is he making? I'm confused.
That's what I was confused about too.
You
I was
can do eggs in a pan. If it's pan or pot or whatever.
What do you boil eggs? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you can boil eggs. I don't know why you wouldn't do it in like a saute pan.
Right.
I could definitely do the same thing. It would just take a little bit longer. Probably.
Well, but that's not even the point, though. It's that everyone was mad because they were like, men don't know how to cook or anything. They always want to just leave it for us women to do
cooking
or whatever.
Is the most.
They were just mad about
fun
it
when I'm cooking.
And I was so confused because I didn't want to.
True. I have some.
I wasn't gonna be on there and be like, "What the hell are you all talking about? Like, what did he do wrong? Like, this is fine." I wanted to be like, "Could someone please enlighten me? Like, what's the problem here?
Yeah.
Why is it funny?" That he put 4 eggs in a pot to boil after she told him to put 4 eggs in a pot to boil. Because you're supposed to add water too.
I don't know, man. I honestly feel the same way.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's a man-woman thing. Like like all women know that it's obvious that he fucked up, and all men would be confused about that.
Yeah.
Or if it's like, I don't know, man. It was a very weird experience because I was like, I don't know. I always get like, drawn into all the shit I see on the Explore page on Instagram.
That's what it's for. The Explore page.
I was like, I need to get off here soon because I gotta go.
Can I tell you a little rant I went on?
Yeah, please.
To my mom, but it wasn't at my mom. It's 5:36 right now. I have the thing in my jacket that we're gonna do, and then maybe we could save the talk about Infinity War.
I was gonna say we could talk about that shit next time because that could be a whole.
What, the Infinity War?
Yeah.
All I was gonna say was I was gonna connect it to the It's Always Sunny thing.
Well, oh, okay.
That I didn't like Age of Ultron. Now I haven't seen it in a while, and I remembered when I watched Infinity War why I didn't like it was because it gave me that motion sickness thing with the camera, which Infinity War had a little bit. Infinity War is better than Endgame. Sorry, we'll get in that another time, okay? And the platform, because we should wrap it up. This
The next episode will be a talk about Infinity War and Endgame, which will lead me to the whole MCU in general, and then I'll be talking about
we can
Star
talk about
Wars.
the Guardians of the Galaxy game that's coming out.
Yeah, true. Also, I do want to talk about the Avengers game too, because it
looks good.
I thought that shit. Well, the one that's already out, I thought that it looked so
my
bad.
brain's so scattered
but
now,
I saw some shit yesterday, last night. It was like a little cutscene, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, it was actually like really fucking good."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I need to get this game and play it."
Oh, the rant.
But
That
anyway,
was gonna go into my mom.
do the rant.
And then we'll do that episode later.
Yeah. Well, you can do the surprise thing too after you go on this rant.
This is. I promise you, I'm going somewhere with this. But we were just watching the Eddie Burback video where he's talking about Gabby Petito.
Right. Well, he's talking about Bill Maher.
Bill Maher, but he brings
Maher.
up Gabby Petito at the beginning of that, who was the girl that was probably killed by her boyfriend. They determined it was a homicide. He's still on the run, I think, or dead somewhere. Who fucking knows? But the fact that Gabby Petito for 2 weeks, that was like trending on TikTok. It was all over TikTok, and everyone was trying to play detective. You know what I mean? And it had all this attention.
Yeah.
And then everybody got bored of it. And they hyper-focused on the case because she was kind of an influencer. And let alone the fact that there are tons of minorities and children being sex trafficked and killed every fucking day. And we're not obsessing about that. We're obsessing about this one little white girl who a lot of little white girls on TikTok can be like, that's me.
Right.
My boyfriend could do that to me. And it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that 2 weeks we're all going to obsess about it on TikTok and play detective, and then this couch guy thing, which is this girl comes in, she surprises her boyfriend who's off at college, and they go in, and he's sitting on the couch with a couple girls. And everyone's playing detective about that. And now my whole TikTok feed, it's not Gabby Petito anymore. It's all couch guy.
Yeah, you were talking about this before.
And I'm not
I still don't know what that is. Because I'm not on TikTok, so I never
understand.
see
But it transfers. It's going to transfer over to all medias. The point I'm trying to make is that, and everyone's trying to play detective with this couch guy thing. They're like, look, see, there's a hair tie on his wrist, or look, the girl's handing his phone back to him, or it's like, how are we going to put the murder of a girl and what is the connection between the murder of a young girl and a young girl visiting her boyfriend at college? How are those equally important in terms of the internet realm?
Yeah.
And it's because everyone needs to make everything about themselves all the fucking time. Like, they're the smartest person in the world. Like, they're noticing something that you didn't, and that police investigators aren't noticing, and that the girl that's dating that guy isn't noticing. If the couch guy was a couch girl, and a guy walked into the room, and she was on the couch with a couple guys, and everyone made this whole big deal about it, everyone would be like, stop harassing her. Stop harassing her. She's happy. She wasn't doing anything wrong. But because it's a guy, all these people are obsessing about it. And I'm sick and tired of, I want to go on my phone. If I'm going to sit there and run my brain away, I might as well learn something or, laugh. But to see a bunch of people, gain millions and millions of views off of the misfortune of Gabby Petito, and then the same creators or people mirror that with the next big trend. It's it's not the same length of the egg crate challenge or what you saw that.
Yeah.
Because that's just something popular everybody can do. But it's at the expense of other people that we're all just obsessing over something and taking it into our hands.
People love to be in everyone's business.
You're not, even people Hannah is super into crime YouTube. People talking about, she even did it on our show, which is going to be in a Lost episode that premieres.
We watched one of, what's that guy who fucked his cat or whatever? Shane Dawson. He has his conspiracy theory videos. Hannah loved those, and so did someone else in the class that I was. This was in history junior year. Our teacher let us.
I wish I was in more
Our teacher let us
Hannah.
choose something to watch one day, and we took a vote. And everyone was like, "Man, I don't really care." And then,
and then Hannah
said,
Shane Dawson.
"Yes," and
Shane
everyone was like, "Oh fuck, no."
She doesn't stand behind
And
Shane Dawson anymore.
Well, yeah, of course not. I knew that, but that shit, I don't know. That was just funny.
Man, I love Hannah. She is so not afraid to be herself. But what I was saying with that is that I'm just tired of everyone's opinions. And that's ironic coming from the lobsterz podcast, which is our podcast. But sincerely, like, I feel like we're having a conversation. These people who are trying to act like the next fucking, like, James Bond or some stupid ass shit, like you're doing some...
It's the way people treat social media, too.
Crazy
like
ass justice, yeah.
I hate Twitter, dude.
It's like what Dave Chappelle said, and I really need you to watch the Dave Chappelle special so we can talk about it on the next episode, okay? We'll talk about Infinity War,
I mean,
Endgame, the platform, and Dave Chappelle the closer.
Okay,
if you guys want to watch those things, then you'll understand that conversation. But Dave Chappelle is being canceled right now for comments he made about the LGBTQ plus community. And the people that are upset at him have only read probably 2 sentences out of the transcript or seen 2 minutes of one of his stand-up specials, and they don't understand it. And so if you're angry at Dave Chappelle right now, and I don't post about politics in my Instagram story that much, but when I saw people trying to come for him, I was like, if you're trying to cancel Dave Chappelle, you're part of the problem.
It doesn't have to be political.
But it is. They're trying to cancel him because he said something about transgender people, and you need to watch the end of the closer, and we'll talk about it later. But Dave Chappelle said, when I released my special, Sticks and Stones, and I said this to you the other day, and it didn't have any impact, but you have to see him say it. He says, when I released my special, Sticks and Stones, they dragged me on Twitter. I don't give a fuck. Twitter's not a real place.
Oh, yeah.
And just saying that gives me chills, and it shouldn't. But it's so crazy how much power we give social media and how many people think they're entitled to this power.
That is the thought that at least we have had.
Yeah.
But he was able to vocalize it and put it into words.
In front of people.
And that's beautiful because you have to make people aware. Yeah, same, dude. That's crazy. Hearing that again. Yeah. Because I think last time you said it, it didn't quite hit. But that's totally that's exactly how I feel about social media. I don't give a fuck. Twitter's not a real place.
Yeah. And it's one thing, whatever. That was the little rant I wanted to go on. Genius. I think we should wind the episode down by me unpacking.
Yeah, show me your surprise, man.
All right.
Unpack that fucking heat.
We're going an hour. We're going to be... I keep reaching for this thing. It's my phone. It's just the case. Could I get that?
Yeah, it's 5:44.
Oh, we're good. We just have to leave in 16 minutes.
It's...
I hope you guys have really enjoyed this episode so far. I have had a very good time.
Yeah, this has been cool.
Coming back. Just real quick pointer out. Doesn't it look better on the 4K camera? I got that. That was like fucking $200. We have the studio light over here, so it's not so dark anymore.
Right. We're a little pale, but I think it's
okay. We're always a little pale.
Yeah.
TF is Teddy Fresh, but also the fuck. I think that's funny.
The fuck.
Okay, here we go.
New shirt from the fuck. The fuck.
I need you to just bear with me.
Can I close my eyes?
No, you don't have to close your eyes.
Okay, good.
In my awesome new Teddy Fresh jacket,
nice.
I have the One Chip Challenge, which you're going to love this.
What is the One Chip Challenge?
The One Chip Challenge was designed by a company named Paki, I believe is how you pronounce that, or Paki?
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 Oh, no, that's
something else. That's Japanese stick candy, which is delicious.
We
can eat that on the next one.
Paki's fire,
if you do this with me, I'll buy you some Paki.
Okay, let's do it. Is it like a really spicy chip or something?
It is designed by a company that I have their chips every day at work, and we actually started carrying like a ton of their products in like all these different bags. And right at checkout the other day, I was leaving. It was Hannah's birthday, and I bought her a giant giraffe. And it was sticking out of my cart, and I was like, I got to get out of here. I'm embarrassed with the giant giraffe in my cart.
Aren't all giraffes pretty giant?
It was a stuffed giraffe, I mean.
For sure.
They weren't selling live giraffes there. Maybe.
Makes sense.
I should ask them if they can get that in.
All right.
You'd be surprised what kind of questions I get about meat and products about meat I get.
We've talked about it before.
Oh, my God, I didn't even tell you.
Is the salmon grass-fed?
That's what I was going to say. This fucking bitch came up to me, and she goes, she was like, come on. She was in a rush. She's like, just real quick, is this salmon right here, is this grass-fed? And you know when someone asks you a question? Yeah. Someone asks you a question, and it's so stupid, but you're like, whoa, maybe I'm...
Yeah. Because they're just so confident about it that you're like...
I also had a lady ask me if all the grind in the counter was horse meat. And she said, I read that somewhere. And I said, where? The school cafeteria? Which was Zinger. You know CB with the Zingers. And she goes, but didn't understand it. She goes, no, 4chan. I said, oh, okay. And then she said, I know this sounds weird, but the meat in the counter there, could you just go grind me some fresh in the back? And I wanted to say this to her. I'm obviously not going to. I would never say that to her because I take my job very seriously. But I really wanted to be like, lady, if we're grinding up horse meat for the counter and you want me to go grind some in the back, you're not going to get the special real stuff. You're getting the horse shit. You didn't crack the code. If it's horse shit, you're getting the horse meat.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Packy 1-chip challenge. It's got a killer skull on it.
Is there one chip in there?
There's one chip in here. It cost me $7. It is a chip flavored with the Carolina Reaper and the Scorpion Pepper. There's a bunch of scorpions all over this box. Here, I'm going to take a picture of it.
Let's do it, man. You know, I'm very excited for this. This will be extra painful for me because I actually have a pretty bad canker sore in my lip right now.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's see. She's cute. What's her name?
I don't know. You want to name her? You want to get
Beth.
a shot of it so we can...
That's okay. I don't think they want to see that.
Are you sure?
Oh, also...
I think you guys want...
I am going to put up a picture of this. I'm going to put a picture up of the Packy 1-chip challenge. If you guys want to buy this, you can try it out. But if you don't see the picture right now,
right here.
That's because you're listening on Spotify.
All right, we're going to have to put something there when I go like this.
Yeah, it'll go there. I promise. I'll edit this one up real quick.
Oh, I got you.
I will.
If you're on Spotify, you can't see anything.
But you remember how all those other episodes, I was like, guys, it's coming to Spotify, it's coming to Apple Podcasting, it's coming everywhere you can hear podcasts.
Yeah, and then I was telling you not to just
and you were like,
all
stop, dude, we're not a real podcast. I was like, sheesh.
I was just... Sheesh. I think it's annoying when people do that.
When they open up... Wait.
Well, they spend the first 5 minutes telling you about...
And we're not going to do that anymore. Because piece of paper, right? Piece of paper with the world's formatting on it. There you go. I did that on the Lost episode.
Yeah, the Lost episode.
So we're going to eat this. Now, I was talking to my coworker, Travis, who I love Travis. He's a fucking king, and I wish I could have him on the podcast, but he works like 3 goddamn jobs and is raising 5 kids. And there's a lot going on.
Wow.
But he said that he gave this to his kids. Oh, it's literally just one chip.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it's like in a little...
So are we going to split it?
Yeah, I'd say let's each, not even split it, but just each take like a little piece.
Okay.
Let's split it.
Is this going to be like a lot?
Why don't you go get milk? Do you have milk?
I do.
Would you take our cups and get milk?
Yeah, you know what's funny is that I heard that what's best for spicy food to make it go away is bread.
Bread? Well, why don't you go get some bread and some milk, okay?
Yeah, I'll do that.
And not water. I can tell
Yeah, definitely not water.
Yeah.
Not water.
Well, that's what I was going to say. So Travis said that he gave it to his kids and his kids' friends, and that just go ahead. It's not that important. It's just to entertain the viewers. I love you guys. But he gave it to one of his kids' friends, and he's like, I love spicy foods. And then he took one bite and then spit it out and then ran over to the sink and put his tongue under it. And I was like, that's just going to make it worse. So we're not going to be doing that. Jim was going to go get us equipped. And yeah, I've really missed you guys. I can say J Money with 11 Ys. He's totally missed you. I'm very excited to be back. And with brutal honesty, it's really my fault because life just caught up with me. Hannah and I are getting a new place. My car, it's got expired tags and the brakes failed. I almost crashed that motherfucker in the intersection. But because I have a family and an awesome girlfriend, they saved me from that. They paid $1,000, so I drove safe. And I just had a lot of internal work to do. And I feel ready to come back. And yeah, maybe we won't do this every week. Maybe we'll do it 3 goddamn times a week. Maybe there'll be gaming content soonish. Jamo's got an Elgato, and I've really been wanting to get back into Mario Galaxy. And the new Metroid just came out, which looks awesome. And the new Mario Party's coming out at the end of the month. Super excited. But I really just wanted to... I knew when I was going to be ready to come back. We actually had plans for an episode for my birthday that we were going to do like a Comedy Central roast of me. And I was going to have a ton of my friends get together. But then, everyone was off at college and went through a little depressive episode there. And then H3 Productions. I had that idea, and 2 weeks later, they had the idea, and they're doing it on there. And I was like, well, fuck it. I guess I'm not that creative. Or I am super creative because that's a successful podcast. All right, guys. Jamo's back with milk.
I did not get bread.
Damn it, Jamo. Run back to the store.
Gotta get bread and milk.
All right.
Know that one?
No, I don't understand what that is. So picture this as like hot ones, but I'm trying to read what's on the inside.
We're lukewarm ones.
One chip challenge. You versus the Reaper. You are a mere mortal who thinks they have what it takes. The Reaper is one otherworldly demon fueled by the hottest peppers known to man.
I'm very excited to
what
try
to
this.
expect? There's 5 rounds. Oh my god.
What do you mean? What's this, a
Of
whole
like
game?
it going through your body.
Oh.
What to expect? Made with Carolina Reaper pepper and scorpion pepper, this straight from hell chip was created for the sheer pleasure of intense heat and pain. Round 1, spicy punch. Round 2, scorpion sting. Round 3, vision disruptor. Round 4, gut slash. Round 5, roasted.
Gut slash?
We're going all in for Halloween. We're truly going to hell.
Are we gonna get fried off of this, bro?
Any last words? Rules for the challenge? Eat the entire chip. We're not doing that. We're splitting it.
Yeah, I'm down with just a bite.
I think we split it.
Yeah, split it and then.
No,
each
pop
take a
that
bite.
whole thing.
The
I want
whole
to
thing?
pop the whole thing.
All right.
Okay?
Sure. Fuck
Wait
it.
as long as possible before drinking or eating anything. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
Well. I don't
Well,
know.
we can try. We can give it a few minutes and see.
Well,
how
if it's
long we do.
if it's too hot, I'm taking.
Post
a
a
sip
reaction
of
on
milk.
social media. Fuck social media.
Done,
Watch the
dude.
lobsterz podcast if you really
Well,
want
that's
it. Unlike all the other things like the blue milk challenge on here and
that was whack.
where we were like, oh, this is gonna be disgusting, or like
This thing.
the sandwich where I got it, so JMO would eat a disgusting
sick.
sandwich.
I got a regular sandwich.
And then I got a disgusting sandwich.
But ew,
This
pickles.
is guaranteed not going to be the best. But I saw the packaging, and I'm kind of a...
yeah, fuck it, dude. Spend $7 on a
sorry, I don't
chip.
have nails. You want to see if you can open that?
Sure. This thing is kind of fat, though.
Yeah, it's fine. It's like a Dorito. It's a Dorito in its own packaging. Don't touch your eyes also. That was something on the packaging.
Are you serious?
Don't touch your eyes or
All right,
face.
I'm gonna.
JMO. Careful. No, you're going to get a pre-taste if you're going to do it with your teeth.
True. Actually, I tasted your fingers. Is what I tasted. I
They're
don't.
clean.
I can't.
You can taste my
Oh, dude,
finger.
I have a knife down here.
It's a little spicy off my finger. And it's not even open yet. What is emitting from inside that?
No, I can't like literally
wow.
taste your
Someone's
fingers.
ready.
but-
You remember earlier when I said I was packing heat?
Yeah.
Isn't that clever?
Oh, heat. I get it.
It wasn't a
I'm gonna
strap.
do it this way. This is dangerous.
Careful, dude. Watch out. Oh, that's another thing. While I was gone, I cut the tip off my finger. It's all
Oh
back
shit!
now.
I cut the tablecloth.
But you'll see. Nah, it's okay. We can stitch it back together. Yeah. We're not a perfect podcast.
No,
We're coming at
Far
you
from it.
live, but not live.
I'm so bad at this, bro.
From JMO's parents' basement. Also, hey, go check out JMO. JMO is doing
I mean, we can
killer
call it my
songs.
basement.
It's in JMO's basement.
I pretty much live in here.
In this exact room.
This is where I sleep.
This is where he sleeps.
Yeah. I'll put the knife down.
What are the name of all the songs that you have released over the past few months? They should go listen to them.
Oh
Pink
yeah,
Plus
I'll
White
name 'em.
by who?
Whoa, it's fucking black.
Ooh, show it to the camera.
Yo. Not what I was expecting. Also, it broke. So.
Okay.
All right. How about you get this half, I get this one.
Okay, sounds good. No, dude, stop! That's not fair. Just split the big one.
Look at that.
Is it good?
Perfectly
Show it to
even.
the camera.
Perfectly
Just so you know,
even,
if one
dude.
of us has a better reaction, there you go. Make a wish. Or give me a piece.
All right, which one you want? You choose.
This one.
Okay.
All
I
right.
want to like lick the shit up.
Here's
my
the
finger,
challenge,
but
okay?
It's really dusty.
Here's the challenge. We're going to eat this, get it down, and we're going to try to have a conversation about your trip to Iowa, which I kind of cut you off there.
I don't know. There's not much to say. We just walked around and
Well, what do you want to talk about?
ate food.
We should try to talk about something.
True. Okay. How about I don't know, man.
Make an
Star
argument
Wars?
for Star Wars. Stars,
Okay.
perfect. Make an argument for the character you
I'm
think
getting nervous
deserves
now.
a spin-off movie. That's
Oh.
what we're going to do.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to eat this. You ready? 3, 2,
Two,
1.
one.
We're going to hell. Oh my god. It's pretty stale.
It doesn't taste good.
Mm-hmm. Holy shit. It's once you get it out of your mouth.
Once you get it down.
Once you get it out of your mouth, that's where
I'm gonna start sweating.
I'm sweating right now. This is round 1 or 2.
I don't know.
Which round is
I
this?
don't know, man.
You're crying, man.
I am crying.
Me too. Which Star Wars character do you
Okay,
think deserves a
so-
spin-off?
I think that Jar Jar.
Not sure.
is the most. Well, obviously Obi-Wan.
He's getting one. Do someone else.
Okay, Count Dooku.
What about Watto?
Are you serious?
I think Watto would be.
Are you fucking joking? You fucking joking, man? Water?
Oh,
Lenny!
I need milk. I can't do it.
It's okay, man. Don't even worry about it.
Oh. Stop. I need milk. Okay. I'm done. We made it like a minute, maybe.
All right. I guess that means I win, huh?
Count Dooku would have a cool spin-off movie. He'd have a great spin-off movie. Who would play him?
Wow, that does help. Who would play him? That's a good question. I don't know. But I've always wanted to see.
Your mouth. It stays
I've always wanted to see Count Dooku as, when he was a Jedi. Fuck!
I'm going to be feeling this for a long time.
Oh, my fingers smell like it.
What about Ben Wyatt played Count Dooku?
You mean Adam Scott?
Mm-hmm. No.
No, I don't think so.
My brain's making all these bad connections right now. I can't even think of words to say. I'm reading the box right now. I'm looking at it. It says, this chip will destroy you.
Dude.
That's not lying.
How's it going to feel coming out? Is that going to be like extreme? Ah, shit.
Way worse.
Just when you think it's gone away.
Just when you think you had a successful return
Comes back to your
to
throat.
the podcast. You said, I got a fun thing. Go get some more milk. Go get some more milk.
You want me to get some more?
Uh-huh. Jimmo, go get some more milk, dude.
Oh, you're out, huh?
I'm out. Can I have some of yours?
Yeah. For sure.
We're both vaccinated. I'm getting my booster shot in a couple months. Y'all like my Mario Galaxy tattoo? I don't know if you've gotten to see it yet. I think I brought it up on the podcast with my mom, actually, so never mind. He brought bread. He brought milk.
It's in.
Great shot right there.
It's in my nose, bruh.
It's everywhere.
Give me that. All right, I'll use yours. It's okay. I'm shaking.
That's the worst thing that we've done so far.
I'm shaking.
That's the worst challenge we've done so far. And do you see how I brought it up to you? You shouldn't trust me.
But dude,
all these other times I've tried to create
it's
some fun,
also
goofy shit.
the perfect challenge to do because I was too pussy to drink sardine water. So
Yeah, but sardine water is...
this is just like, dude, I would love to go on Cold Ones, bro. Not because...
Cold Ones in the podcast.
Cold Ones is a YouTube channel also. But I would go on Cold Ones too, fuck it. Cold Ones, Hot Ones. I would go on Hot Ones because it's awesome. And
I'm in
not
serious pain. Can I have a piece of bread?
not for the spicy wings, but...
I've heard the wings are actually disgusting because they just leave them sitting out.
I don't doubt it, bro. Also, like...
Anything left sitting out under a heat
Well, no,
lamp?
it's because it's so hot. Like, this is seasoned with California, whatever, blah, blah, blah. When something gets so spicy, it's not going to taste good anymore.
And the scorpion pepper.
What the fuck is a scorpion pepper? Like, what is that?
I don't know. See, that's why you do your research. There is moisture and fluid coming out of every
Where-
goddamn hole in my body right
Every
now.
orifice, bro. Including the eyeballs.
Oh,
And my pores. I'm sweating. I need some Gatorade because I'm going to lose all my sweat.
get those electrolytes.
Yeah, I'm going to lose all my electrolytes, bro. Fuck. I'm just going to relax.
Yeah. Are you guys having fun? This isn't what you wanted. but it's what you needed. Or it's what you deserved. What is the fucking Batman?
That's it.
Not the hero that Gotham needs. It's the one it deserves.
Yeah.
Hannah tried to make the argument that Jared Leto was a better...
No. Stop talking.
But she hadn't
Don't
seen The
even-
Dark Knight. I showed it to her. It changed everything. Now she agrees.
Bro.
That's all it takes. Anyone
Look. Oh, so she does agree now.
Well, a little. I don't know. I haven't had an extensive conversation with
I don't
her
even like The Dark Knight that much. I think it's over... Are we out of milk? Oh, God. I think it's a little overrated. But obviously, Heath Ledger is the best Joker.
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix is
He's
a
really
challenger.
Good. Yeah.
But Heath Ledger, that's top-tier Joker right there, factually.
I mean, he...
And Jared Leto as Joker? Come on, man.
Do you ever...
Fuck out of here with that bullshit, man.
Jared Leto's he's a thirst trap.
True.
Do you ever think about how Heath Ledger never got to see the reaction to his performance? Like, he died 2 months before the movie came out.
You mean Heath Ledger?
That's what I said.
I think you said Jared Leto.
Heath Ledger.
Or I don't know, man. That chip's got me high as fuck, bro.
It does give you a buzz, huh?
Yeah. I'm fucked up, bro.
We're on round...
Okay, so what's round
Round-
5 is roasted?
Yeah, but it looks like there's a picture of fire coming out of his scrotum.
What? Show me.
How long can you last before getting owned?
That's a mouth. That's a mouth spitting
Oh.
fire. It's a skeleton mouth. It's a jaw.
5
fucking
minutes
weird,
without eating or drinking. Powerless. I guess we're powerless.
Are you serious, bro? We made it like 1 minute.
It says 10 minutes is powerful. 30 minutes is supercharged. 1 hour is invisible.
And then like 2 hours, death. You just die. If you don't eat anything, 2 hours after having a spicy chip, you die.
I destroyed the one chip challenge. Picture
yeah,
this
dude.
as saying format.
Fist bump me.
Picture
Boom.
this piece of paper as saying format. Okay?
Yeah.
The format's gone. We're just doing whatever we care about. Whatever words I can get out of my mouth, I'm saying right now.
My stomach hurts.
It hasn't hit my stomach yet. It's more at the roof
It
of
hit
my
my
mouth.
stomach a while ago.
It's at the roof. Oh,
Immediately, actually.
now that you say that, feeling some movement. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to call it quits.
Dude, is there an expiration date on this?
What? They just stocked it. If it's expired, that's a whole nother
Oh, so
thing.
you got this at
Yeah.
your work?
They have like hundreds of them. I almost bought 2 so we could each eat 1. Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah. 2022, it says. March 15th.
We're some real pussies. Some real labias and vulvas.
Yeah, I'm a real clitoris.
Nice.
They call me Mr.
Clitoris.
Clitoris.
Clitoris. That's what I used to say, and they used to make fun of me, man. I remember the day that you and Eli got in trouble. You were gone, and I missed you guys. And I was hanging out with these friends that aren't my friends anymore because they're kind of shitty people.
Sure.
And I said, I made some joke about clitoris, and then they roasted the fuck out of me, and it hurt extra because you guys weren't there. That's the real story.
It's a good story.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching episode 6.
Thanks for tuning in.
This is episode 6 or 7.
I don't care.
Thank you for tuning in.
We don't have to number them. This
Follow
is going to go
us
on
on
forever.
Instagram.
This will never end.
Hell forever, man. Lobster Bisque is hell, and Lobster Bisque is life.
Follow me on Instagram. Follow
J Money with
Colin
11 Y's. Follow CB
on-
Shooting.
CB Shooting.
We're working on music. We're working on this again. We're working on ourselves. And we love you guys, and we're back, for good. Well, maybe we'll be back next week.
What's
maybe,
our
whatever.
what's the podcast Instagram handle?
Lobster Bisque Podcast.
All one word, no dots
Yep.
or underscore.
I was thinking about
anything.
making a website too. So we
Dude,
could
I
just have
touched
all
my
of our
nose,
feeds.
man.
Yeah, I touched it too. All right, will you say our catchphrase with me in a second
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
can
yeah.
wrap it up?
Yeah,
And we'll
give me a
see you
second
guys
now.
later. Are you ready?
All right.
3,
2,
1.
1. Stay crusty.
Wait. After this is like the marble part. No, this is like,
Yeah.
how are you feeling?
What?
How are you feeling about the internally
What?
and externally, but
Dude,
more inside?
You know how it said it was gonna disrupt vision?
Yeah.
I think it's disrupting all my senses.
I feel very
I can't move.
disoriented.
I can't move.
I feel a bit.
I can only
My
move
bad.
my eyes
I
and my
feel
mouth.
a feeling.
I can't hear anything.
It feels like my tongue's swelling, honestly.
I
I
can't.
have allergies, so
No, I can't see.
your eyes are closed.
It's black.
All right, that's it.